What if I told you there's a crop so profitable that a single pound sells for more than most people make in a day? While farmers across America are struggling to break even on traditional crops, there are agricultural gold mines hiding in plain sight that could transform any small farm into a money-making machine. These crops are already making farmers wealthy. The question is, will you be next? Number 13. Specialty herbs. The kitchen gold rush. Let's start with something that grows fast and sells faster. Specialty herbs. While basic herbs sell for $2 to $3 per pound, specialty varieties like Thai basil, lemon verbena, and purple ruffles. At farmers markets, the profit margins are extraordinary. Herbs can be harvested multiple times per season, with some varieties producing 6 to 8 cuts annually. A 1,000 square foot growing area can generate $25,000 to $40,000 per year when managed intensively. What makes herbs perfect for small farms is the quick turnaround. Most herbs go from seed to harvest in 30 to 45 days, providing steady cash flow throughout the growing season. Restaurants pay premium prices because fresh herbs lose their potency quickly. They'd rather pay $15 per pound for herbs picked that morning than $5 per pound for herbs that traveled across the country. The beauty of herb production is the scalability. You can start with a simple greenhouse or high tunnel and expand as your market develops. Many successful herb growers begin by supplying just 2 to 3 local restaurants and gradually build their customer base. The storage requirements are minimal. Most herbs are sold fresh within days of harvest, eliminating the need for expensive cold storage facilities. Number 12. Cherry tomatoes, the sweet profit makers. Specialty cherry tomatoes represent one of the highest value crops per square foot that small farms can grow. While regular tomatoes sell for $2 to $3 per pound, heirloom cherry varieties like Sun Gold and Black Cherry command $6 to $10 per pound at farmers markets. A single cherry tomato plant can produce 10 to 15 pounds of fruit over the growing season. With proper spacing, you can grow 2,000 to 3,000 plants per acre, potentially yielding 20,000 to 45,000 pounds per acre. At $6 per pound average, that represents $120,000 to $270,000 per acre in gross sales. The key advantage for small farms is quality control. Cherry tomatoes require careful hand harvesting at peak ripeness to maintain their premium appearance and flavor. Large operations struggle with this labor-intensive requirement, giving small farms a competitive edge. The extended harvest season is another major advantage. Unlike field tomatoes that ripen all at once, cherry tomatoes produce continuously from midsummer through first frost. This provides steady income over 3 to 4 months rather than a single large harvest. Many growers use succession planting to extend the season even further, starting new plants every 2 to 3 weeks. The market is driven by consumer demand for flavorful, locally grown produce. Cherry tomatoes are popular for fresh eating, salads, and cooking, with consistent demand from both retail customers and restaurants. Number 11. Specialty peppers, riding the heat wave. The hot sauce industry has grown by over 150% in the past decade, creating unprecedented demand for specialty peppers. While bell peppers sell for $1 to $2 per pound, specialty hot peppers command $8 to $25 per pound fresh, and dried specialty peppers can sell for $50 to $100 per pound. Pepper plants are highly productive, with each plant capable of producing 2 to 5 pounds of fruit per season. You can plant 1,500 to 2,000 plants per acre, potentially yielding 3,000 to 10,000 pounds per acre, depending on variety and management. The real profit comes from value-added processing. Fresh peppers worth $15 per pound can become hot sauce worth $8 to $15 per bottle, or dried pepper flakes worth $80 to $120 per pound. This processing multiplies the value of your harvest significantly. Storage and processing advantages make peppers ideal for small farms. Fresh peppers can be stored for weeks under proper conditions, and they dry easily for long-term storage. Many pepper growers develop their own signature hot sauce blends, creating branded products that command premium prices. The processing equipment required is relatively simple. Dehydrators, grinders, and basic bottling equipment can handle most value-added processing. The market is fueled by America's growing appetite for spicy foods and craft hot sauces. Specialty pepper varieties that can't be found in grocery stores command the highest prices from both consumers and small batch hot sauce producers. Number 10. Cut flowers, the beauty business. The cut flower market represents a $35 billion industry in America, yet 80% of flowers are imported. This creates a massive opportunity for domestic growers, especially for varieties that don't ship well internationally. Specialty cut flowers sell for $1 to $6 per stem wholesale, with premium varieties commanding even higher prices. A well-managed flower field can produce 100,000 to 300,000 stems per acre annually, representing $100,000 to $500,000 in gross sales potential. The wedding and event market drives much of the demand, with brides paying $150 to $400 for bridal bouquets made from locally grown specialty flowers. Florists prefer local sources for freshness and unique varieties that differentiate their arrangements. The seasonal nature of flower production allows for crop rotation and diversification. Early season flowers like tulips and daffodils can be followed by summer annuals like zinnias and sunflowers, then fall crops like dahlias and chrysanthemums. This extends the selling season and maximizes land use. Many flower farmers also grow foliage crops and branches for the floral industry, creating additional revenue streams. Small farms have advantages in flower production because many premium varieties require hand harvesting at specific stages and careful post-harvest handling that large operations can't provide efficiently. Number 9. Hops, the craft beer gold rush. The American craft beer industry has grown from 89 breweries in 1978 to over 9,000 today, creating enormous demand for locally grown hops. Premium hop varieties sell for $15 to $25 per pound to craft breweries, compared to $3 to $5 per pound for commodity hops. Mature hop yards produce 1,500 to 2,500 pounds per acre annually. At $18 per pound average for craft varieties, that represents $27,000 to $45,000 per acre in gross sales. Hops are perennial crops that produce for 15 to 20 years once established. The startup investment is significant, approximately $10,000 to $15,000 per acre for trellising and plants. But many hop farmers report breaking even by year 3 and achieving strong profitability thereafter. The relationship aspect of hop growing sets it apart from commodity agriculture. Craft brewers often want to visit their hop suppliers, understand the growing process, and even participate in harvest activities. This creates marketing opportunities and stronger business relationships than typical agricultural sales. Many hop growers host harvest festivals and brewery tours, generating additional income while building customer loyalty. Contract growing opportunities are common, with many craft breweries signing multi-year agreements to purchase entire crops at guaranteed prices. This provides income security that's rare in agriculture. Number 8. Microgreens. Concentrated nutrition, concentrated profits. Microgreens represent one of the highest value crops per square foot that can be grown. These young vegetable greens are harvested 7 to 14 days after germination and sell for $25 to $50 per pound wholesale, with retail prices reaching $4 to $6 per ounce. The profit margins are exceptional. A standard growing tray costs approximately $2 to $3 in seeds and growing medium, but can yield $40 to $80 worth of microgreens. A 1,000 square foot growing facility can produce $100,000 to $200,000 worth of microgreens annually. Microgreens require minimal space and can be grown year-round in controlled environments. They don't require soil. Most are grown hydroponically on growing mats or in shallow trays with growing medium. The production system is highly scalable and efficient. Vertical growing systems can multiply production capacity within the same footprint, and automated seeding and harvesting equipment can reduce labor costs as operations expand. The consistent growing conditions mean predictable yields and quality, making it easier to plan sales and manage cash flow than weather-dependent outdoor crops. The market is driven by high-end restaurants that use microgreens as garnishes and flavor enhancers, health food stores, and increasingly by grocery chains. The nutritional density. Microgreens contain 4 to 40 times more nutrients than mature plants, drives consumer demand. Number 7. Oyster mushrooms, the fast-growing fortune. Oyster mushrooms can be harvested just 7 to 10 days after inoculation, making them one of the fastest-turning crops available. They sell for $4 to $8 per pound wholesale and $8 to $15 per pound retail, with specialty varieties commanding even higher prices. A 10 by 10 foot growing room can produce 1,000 to 2,000 pounds of oyster mushrooms annually, representing $4,000 to $16,000 in gross sales from 100 square feet. The production cycle allows for 30-plus harvests per year from the same growing space. Startup costs are relatively low. A basic mushroom growing operation can be established for $2,000 to $5,000. Mushrooms grow in controlled environments using agricultural waste products like straw and sawdust as growing medium. The environmental benefits of mushroom production appeal to eco-conscious consumers and can be used as marketing advantages. Mushrooms convert agricultural waste into high-value protein, and the spent growing medium makes excellent compost. Many mushroom growers develop relationships with local sawmills, breweries, and farms to source growing materials, creating circular economy partnerships that reduce costs. The market demand is growing as Americans discover the nutritional and culinary benefits of gourmet mushrooms. Restaurants, health food stores, and farmers markets provide consistent sales outlets. Number 6. Christmas trees, the long-term investment. Christmas trees require patience but offer excellent long-term returns. Premium trees sell for $40 to $100 each retail, depending on size and variety. A well-managed acre can support 1,000 to 1,500 trees. The investment timeline is 6 to 10 years from planting to harvest, but mature Christmas tree operations report gross sales of $40,000 to $150,000 per acre. The key is succession planting to create continuous annual harvests. Operating costs are relatively low once trees are established, mainly pruning, pest management, and harvesting. The guaranteed annual demand makes this a stable market, with over 25 million real Christmas trees sold in America each year. The agritourism potential significantly increases profitability beyond just tree sales. Many farms charge $5 to $15 per car for the experience of selecting and cutting your own tree, sell hot chocolate and snacks, offer hayrides, and create photo opportunities. These additional services can double or triple the revenue per customer. Some operations also sell wreaths, garland, and other holiday decorations made from tree trimmings. Many Christmas tree farms also operate as agritourism destinations, charging admission for tree selection and offering additional services like wreaths and holiday decorations. Number 5. Lavender, the multi-stream moneymaker. Lavender offers multiple revenue streams from a single crop. Fresh lavender bundles sell for $8 to $15 each. Dried lavender commands $15 to $25 per pound, and lavender essential oil sells for $100 to $200 per ounce. A mature lavender field produces 1,000 to 2,000 pounds of dried flowers per acre. At $20 per pound wholesale, that represents $20,000 to $40,000 per acre in gross sales from the flowers alone. Value-added products and agritourism can triple these numbers. Lavender is drought-tolerant and low-maintenance once established, producing for 15 to 20 years. It thrives in poor soils where other crops struggle, making it suitable for marginal farmland. The processing opportunities with lavender are extensive and can be scaled to match farm size. Small operations can focus on dried bundles and simple products like sachets, while larger farms can invest in distillation equipment for essential oil production. Many lavender growers also produce soaps, lotions, candles, and culinary products. The key is starting simple and adding value-added products as markets develop and cash flow improves. The agritourism potential is significant. Lavender farms attract visitors for photography, weddings, and farm tours. Many operations charge $15 to $25 admission and sell value-added products on site. Number 4. Ginseng, the patient farmer's gold mine. American ginseng is one of the most valuable crops that can be grown, with wild simulated roots selling for $300 to $800 per pound dried. The crop requires 5 to 7 years to mature, but the returns justify the patience. A mature ginseng patch can produce 300 to 1,000 pounds of dried root per acre, representing $90,000 to $800,000 in gross sales. The wide price range depends on root quality, age, and market conditions. Ginseng grows in existing woodlands under 70 to 80% shade, making it compatible with timber operations. This allows farmers to generate income from forested land without clearing trees. The regulatory aspects of ginseng production require careful attention, but also protect market value. Wild ginseng is regulated by state wildlife agencies, and export requires federal permits. However, cultivated ginseng faces fewer restrictions while still commanding premium prices. Many growers focus on wild simulated production, which brings higher prices than field-cultivated ginseng while requiring less intensive management than true wild cultivation. The market is primarily export-driven, with strong demand from Asian countries where American ginseng is considered superior to Asian varieties. Prices have generally trended upward over the past decade. Number 3. Saffron, the red gold. Saffron is the world's most expensive spice by weight, selling for $2,500 to $5,000 per pound wholesale and up to $10,000 per pound retail. It comes from the stigmas of Crocus sativus flowers, with each flower produces just 3 stigmas. It takes approximately 150 flowers to produce 1 gram of saffron, making this an extremely labor-intensive crop. However, a quarter acre can produce 8 to 15 pounds of saffron annually, representing $20,000 to $75,000 in gross sales. The harvest window is brief, typically 2 to 3 weeks in October, and all picking must be done by hand in the early morning hours. This labor intensity is what maintains the high prices and gives small farms an advantage. The corms, bulbs, multiply naturally, reducing replanting costs over time. A single corm can produce 3 to 4 new corms annually, meaning the planting stock increases each year. This biological multiplication means that after the initial investment, farmers essentially have free planting material for expansion or replacement. The corms also have value. Surplus corms can be sold to other growers for 50 cents to $1.50 each. America currently imports 100% of its saffron, spending over $12 million annually. Domestic production commands premium prices due to freshness and quality advantages over imported saffron. Number 2. Truffles, the underground treasure. Truffle cultivation in America is expanding, with successful operations now producing Perigord black truffles and Burgundy truffles. Fresh truffles sell for $800 to $2,000 per pound, making them one of the most valuable crops per pound. Truffle orchards require significant upfront investment, $8,000 to $15,000 per acre for inoculated trees and establishment costs. Trees begin producing after 5 to 8 years and can continue producing for 30 to 50 years. Production varies widely, but mature orchards can produce 30 to 200 pounds per acre annually. At $1,000 per pound average, this represents $30,000 to $200,000 per acre in gross sales. The scientific understanding of truffle cultivation has advanced significantly in recent years, improving success rates for new orchards. Soil testing, proper tree selection, and inoculation techniques have become more standardized, reducing the risk for new growers. Many successful truffle farms also offer consulting services and sell inoculated trees to other growers, creating additional revenue streams during the years before their own orchards reach full production. The American truffle market is entirely supplied by imports, creating opportunities for domestic producers. Fresh domestic truffles command premium prices over imported truffles due to superior freshness and flavor. Number 1. Wasabi, the green gold. Real wasabi, not horseradish paste, is one of the most valuable crops that can be grown, selling for $100 to $200 per pound wholesale and $200 to $500 per pound retail. The rhizome loses its potency within 15 minutes of grating, making fresh wasabi extremely valuable. Wasabi requires very specific growing conditions: constant 46 to 68 degree Fahrenheit temperatures, high humidity, and flowing water. These requirements limit production and maintain high prices. A 1,000 square foot facility can produce 500 to 1,000 pounds annually. There are fewer than 10 commercial wasabi operations in North America, yet demand from high-end restaurants is substantial. Every part of the plant has value. Leaves sell for $20 to $50 per pound, and flowers command $50 to $100 per pound. The technical challenges of wasabi production also create opportunities for consulting and equipment sales. Successful wasabi growers often develop expertise in controlled environment systems that can be applied to other high-value crops. Some growers often supplement their income by designing growing systems for other farmers or selling specialized equipment. The knowledge gained from mastering wasabi production transfers well to other challenging crops like gourmet mushrooms or microgreens. The startup investment is significant, $100,000 to $200,000 for a proper growing facility. But the returns can justify the investment. Wasabi represents the ultimate niche crop for farmers willing to master the growing requirements. These 13 crops prove that small farms can compete and win in today's agricultural market by focusing on high-value specialty production. From herbs that turn over every month to trees that pay for decades, the opportunities exist for farmers willing to think beyond commodity crops. If this opened your eyes to what's possible, subscribe and check out the next video where I reveal the marketing secrets that turn good crops into great profits.